Hello and welcome everyone. In this video, we're going to introduce sustainable finance and how it fits into the broader ESG framework. Sustainable finance is a fundamental part of any ESG framework because it involves the integration of each of environmental, social, and governance considerations into financial decision making. Now, the goal of sustainable finance in general is to promote long-term sustainable economic growth and development. Thus, it not only encompasses a wide range of financial products, services, and investment strategies, but also requires that organizations review their own financial systems and models to ensure that they're in line with the organization's overall ESG and sustainability goals. From an investment perspective, sustainable finance aims to address global challenges such as climate change, resource scarcity, and social inequality by directing capital towards investments that have a positive impact on the environment and society. Now, these types of investment products and strategies go by many names and serve a number of different stakeholders. And since this is merely an introduction, we don't really plan on going through all the possible types, and instead are going to focus on some of the most known categories and terms. For example, you may have heard of the term ESG investing, which is also sometimes referred to as socially responsible investing or other names. Now, this is investing which prioritizes optimal environmental, social, and governance factors and measures their performance in these areas. Now, the theory behind this approach is that investors can identify companies that are better positioned to manage risks and capitalize on opportunities arising from ESG factors. Another common term is a sustainable bond. Now, we will discuss sustainable bonds more fully in other videos, but basically these are fixed income securities that raise capital specifically for projects with positive environmental and social outcomes, such as renewable energy, clean transportation, and affordable housing. Impact investing is another term that you may have heard before. Now, this type of investing goes even further than ESG investing by seeking directly to generate measurable positive social and environmental impact alongside financial returns. Now, impact investors actively target investments in projects or companies that address specific social or environmental challenges. Sustainable finance also includes conversations around responsible lending. Financial institutions are increasingly incorporating ESG criteria into their lending practices, ensuring that borrowers meet certain sustainability standards and supporting projects that contribute positively to the environment and society. Similarly, from the social side of things, they're looking more deeply at how they can ensure their lending practices are not unfairly biased against any groups in society. Finally, climate finance is another broad aspect of sustainable finance that deserves some attention. Due to the incredibly large and global nature of problems associated with climate change, the finance industry is working hard to ensure money and resources are able to get to the places and projects that will have the most positive impact. Climate finance specifically focuses on the flow of funds toward projects and initiatives that mitigate or adapt to the impacts of climate changes, such as low-carbon infrastructure, sustainable forestry, and climate-resilient agriculture. Now, there are many other aspects of sustainable finance, and some of the items mentioned above may go by other names. To put it mildly, sustainable finance is gaining prominence around the globe as investors, regulators, and businesses recognize the importance of addressing global sustainability challenges. It represents a shift in the financial sector towards a more responsible, long-term value creation and contributes to the achievement of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, as well as the Paris Agreement on Climate Change. So what is your interest in sustainable finance, and what changes have you seen in the finance industry due to increased adoption of ESG principles?